Are you ready? Are you ready for Nick Jonas?
Yes,
Okay.
ready.
Yeah. Thank you for coming in. That's great.
Woo!
Hey, I got him.
Excited.
I got him right here.
Now the party can
Wait,
start.
I get a picture of the Joe Bros. Okay,
Oh my
hold
gosh,
on.
she's taking a picture to tweet it. Unbelievable.
She's my camera slow.
Oh, come on, Dorothy.
Oh, hi, Dorothy. How are you?
Good morning. How are you?
See you.
Come on
Thanks
in.
for having me.
Good morning.
Hi,
How are you doing?
Such a polite guy.
Good to meet you.
Please sit.
Oh, wow, this is so great.
This is fantastic.
Now
Okay.
I wake up and I watch this show and I say, man, this set is so big. Usually it seems like it's kind of, smaller in real life than it is.
And you know what? Steve's contact is here somewhere. You might be rolling over it, so
Uh-oh.
just be a little
Sorry
careful.
about that.
Who are you?
Who am I? I'm Nick, sometimes.
Listen, you're getting old now, right?
Getting really old.
You're 18, right?
Okay.
I mean,
You're getting legal is what you're getting.
Yes, that would be.
Does this change anything?
Okay.
I don't know. I don't know if it does.
18 producer? I mean, it was so funny. We were talking about this out here. I mean, singer, producer. I mean, what don't you do?
Ooh, I don't dance that well.
Ah, okay.
I have a thing coming up actually in August doing Hairspray at the Hollywood Bowl. It's going to require me dancing a bit.
Plain
And
lead,
so
right?
I'm trying to get my dance on. I've already experimented with some salsa dancing, and found that I really enjoyed that. But I don't know if it's the same as Link's choreography. So we'll see.
Hey, if you
in
would
terms
show
of,
us.
in terms of all the things you've done, I mean, you overcome all the challenges. You've been singing all your life. How daunting will it be to get on that stage?
It'll be interesting. I've had the opportunity to do some musical theater. I kind of started my career in music that way with some shows in New York City on Broadway. And last year I was a part of the 25th anniversary of Les Mis. So I started back into it. But if you've seen Les Mis, it's a much different, kind of overall
There's not a
sentiment
lot of
than
salsa
Hairspray.
dancing in Les Mis.
There's not.
This is you in London, right here.
It is, yeah. Oh, cool.
She has burst like the music of angels, the light of the sun. And my life seems to stop as if something is over and something is scarcely begun. Edmund, you're the friend who has brought me here.
Samantha Barks. It was a beautiful cast.
I
It
am
was a
one
lot of
with
fun.
the gods.
It's funny. It's looking back on this. It's so dramatic. It's
I
like,
would
look at.
think that would be scary.
Oh, it was definitely. It was so different to anything that I'd been doing for so many years that it was kind of interesting to go back into it. But it was a dream of mine to play this role, Marius. So I was in the show as Gavroche, the young boy, and Cameron McIntosh, the producer, had me come back and be a part of this.
And this was what, the 25th anniversary?
25th anniversary of the show.
And
Now,
it was
how
at the.
old were you the first time around?
I was 10 when I first did it, and so
my gosh.
8 years later I came back and was part of
10
it.
and you were on stage, and it's just...
It was fun.
Relative to being a Jonas brother, and you are, you know that, don't you? Yes.
I do.
Yes. Relative to that, when you go to England, is it the same craziness as it is here for you?
You know what's been really interesting is that our fans all across the world are really similar, but still...
They'll go,
they're very passionate, but they're also very different in the different territories. I think that there's different approaches to the way they kind of get our attention in different things, and I think the thing that's so great is Twitter. It's really connected us with them in such a great way. And
How were our interns this morning trying to get your attention?
oh, I hadn't noticed.
Yeah, you haven't noticed the cute girls? Okay, and
The girls from The Voice were very excited.
Oh, they're cool. Yeah, I met them backstage. That's such a cool idea for a show.
any pointers for them?
I think the main thing that I'd say is just have fun and enjoy the journey, because it really is. I think that as you know, you kind of go on a journey and you have to enjoy each moment, because it does get crazy at times.
Well, the interesting thing for you at the ripe old age of 18 now is when most people are even thinking about getting started. You're already a veteran. You can pass out the advice. And given that, you're also into management now, are you not?
Yeah, I've started on a really exciting venture with Quaker Chewy, actually. We met about what we could do together to try to find the next superstar. And we started this contest, Quaker Chewy Superstar Search.
You said that well.
Thank you. I've practiced a few times. And it's a lot of fun. Basically, ages 8 to 14, parents can upload videos of their kids online, and I will find hopefully the next superstar and produce a song for them, and lots of other things along with it. But it's a really exciting opportunity.
So if you actually look to the future, way down the line, what do you see?
I think a career of things that I really enjoy doing. I think the amazing thing about my journey so far with my brothers, and then kind of what I'm starting on my own, is that it's really been things I'm passionate about, and I've had a team that supported me in my passions and made sure that I was doing things that fulfilled my dreams and my goals, and so hopefully it's just a career of things that I'm proud of, and
So part
I
of
can
this,
look back on with a smile.
say it again, the
Quaker Chewy Superstar Search.
The Quaker Superstar Chewy shirt.
Yeah.
It's hard.
What do people do if they want to participate?
Go to chewysuperstar.com, and parents upload videos of the kids there, and we'll narrow it down to a small group, and then I'll look at it and pick the winner.
Okay, so you guys are so busy. What do you do to just seriously do just to have fun and not work and not think about contests and just relax?
See, the interesting thing, though, and this is, I think, hard for people to believe from time to time, is that I'm so passionate about music, and it's what I love to do for fun. But outside of that, golf, baseball, sports is kind of my main deal.
Now, you were on Broadway at 10. How old were you when you actually started performing?
My first show was when I was 7. I did A Christmas Carol in New York City, and then Annie Get Your Gun, Beauty and the Beast, and then Les Mis.
How'd you do the first time you got up on stage? I mean,
How did I do?
Yeah.
Oh,
Were you Tim? Were you Tiny Tim?
I was the understudy for Tiny Tim, and funny story was actually the first time in the 8 years the show had been on Broadway that an understudy had to go on for Tiny Tim because he got sick. And they didn't rehearse the Tiny Tims, and so I had to go on with no rehearsal, just from what I'd seen from watching backstage. And I was so nervous. And it was, from that moment on, I kind of made a commitment to myself. I'm going to learn how to not be nervous in these situations.
At 7.
At 7.
How do you do that? Because that's hard.
Oh, it is hard.
She doesn't have it down now.
And only recently, because what happened was I got up and the song started. I was really intimidated by the conductor. He was this really kind of stern man.
Authoritarian figure.
Yeah, it
like
was really
Steve.
frightening. Yeah. Exactly.
See what I deal with?
But he started the song, and I was just blank. Nothing came to mind. And that was kind of the last time I'd ever forgotten lyrics. And then just recently, about 4 or 5 months ago, I was doing this charity event, and I was singing this song. And before I went on, I knew the words, I had it perfectly down, and got up there, and I had no idea what I was singing. I just went completely blank, and it brought me right back to that moment when I was 7.
What did you do?
Oh, I just made something up.
Oh,
I was just
that's
snap my finger and kept
It's so funny. That's because my son was in a play, and I just was like, please don't mess up a line. And Jessica Alba told him, he's like, she goes, I was in a play, I had one line, and I forgot my lines. I was like, so it happens.
It does, and I think the interesting thing about now being able to kind of find the next, hopefully, superstar is that I've had these experiences where I've had to learn how to kind of react in those moments, and been blessed with that experience to hopefully be able to mentor somebody else.
Well, my son was in a play and lost his lines, and Audrey Hepburn said to him,
See? Do you see?
I see.
I know.
It's a beautiful dynamic.
It is. It's great.
Methuselah said, yes. It wasn't a stage, it was a cave. But
well, I just feel like, I know you're used to performing, but getting up there at such a young age, and now it doesn't seem so young anymore, but it's nerve-wracking for kids that age.
It is. I think the thing that I really enjoyed about the Broadway experience as a kid was that I was surrounded by other people my age who were just as passionate about the things I was passionate about.
Yeah.
But what happened in that moment? You went blank, and then what happened? Did somebody shout out a line to you, or did it
what
go
happened?
back to you,
I can't even
or?
remember. I think I had like an out-of-body experience where I looked at myself going, what are you doing? What are you doing? And I had 4 more shows as Tiny Tim to kind of get it right. And the next one, I figured it out, and I remember the lyrics.
And you supported your brother with Jillian. You saw Jillian at the Toyota Grand Prix, the race.
I did.
Right?
That was amazing.
And didn't your brother crash?
He did.
did.
He was in second the whole
so
time.
did Jill.
He was fighting for the lead. And just at the last moment, one of the last turns, he hit the wall, and it was really, really sad. We were all sitting on the sidelines, and I screamed at the TV at the top of my lungs. I was very upset for him. But, yeah, Jillian did a great job.
Were you scared, though, when you crashed?
Jillian didn't get that far in the race, though. But she did a great
Trying
job.
to be friendly.
Once she was on the track, it was good.
Yeah, I think the great thing about that is that everyone had a good time, and it seemed like they all really bonded, and it was cool to see.
Well, as you grow into being, more mature, I see
Joe
you,
Man instead of Joe Bro?
I see you as a movie star. I mean,
really?
Yeah. Is that not the inevitable way to go?
Could be. I think I'm so passionate about music, and it is my focus. And this year, it's been my focus, just writing, producing for other people. But I've always said that if the right kind of role comes up, and if it's the right thing, then I'll definitely get into it.
I just
Who
changed
would you
about
wanna
it.
work with?
Excuse me. I see you as producing movies. Let me change my
Afterwards,
position here.
who would you want to work with? What actress?
What actress? Oh, I don't know. I'm a big James Bond fan, and so it's actually an actor that I'd like to work with if I can do that. But Daniel Craig, if I could just have the opportunity to work with him, I think it'd be amazing.
I could see you as the young James Bond.
Oh, I'd love that.
I like
Peter
that.
Gallagher, who's coming on, was a big James Bond fan, and he plays a role now.
He's the man.
Somewhat like that.
He's one of the nicest men I've ever met.
Nicest and most talented. Hey, nice to see you.
Thank
Come
you.
back again.
Thank you so
Good
much.
Thank you
Thank
very
you.
much.
For putting up
Nick
with
Jonas, thank you.
Oh, no, this is great.